Hey guys, this is Jason Coombs with Brickhouse Recovery TV, and today we're going to talk about how to help an alcoholic in denial. So what you will find out there when people ask this question are a lot of professionals in the industry, even in the treatment industry, will say there's nothing you can do to help someone in denial, and I disagree. Actually, there's a lot you can do when someone is in denial. And I'm going to give you the fundamentals of how to build trust, because without trust, you're not going to get anywhere with someone in denial. So the first thing is you got to start building trust. Why is trust so important when you're dealing with an alcoholic in denial? Well, first and foremost, if there is no trust, everything that you say, all of your recommendations, your suggestions, they may be solid and on point. They will just go into the trash. They won't be received by someone in denial if there is no trust. However, if there is trust, then you actually do have a way to influence someone, and you can hold up the mirror to them. And if they trust you, they will actually look in the mirror. So if you have a loved one who's an alcoholic and they're in denial, I just want to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rank your trust with him or her? My guess is, if you're watching this video, that it's probably in the lower range. If it's in the higher range, maybe you're in denial. Just kidding, but maybe. But if it most likely it's in the lower range, because building trust with someone that you love, when it comes to alcoholism, can be very difficult. There may be love, there may be trust in word, but the trust I'm talking about is the trust that you can help them with their problem. My guess is that they are looking at you, they trust you, but in their minds they're discounting, dismissing, discrediting everything you say, because in their minds they know you haven't been there, or they think you haven't been there, and so that you don't understand what it's like to be chained to the addiction of alcohol. The second point that I want to talk about today is the importance of seeking to understand where your alcoholic loved one is at and what he or she is experiencing. It's very vital as you go through this process to understand what stage of recovery or stage of change your loved one's in. And as you look at this graphic, there are various stages to this process, and your addicted loved one is in the first stage, which is the not ready stage. What this means is that taking a drink of alcohol offers far more benefits than consequences at this stage. They're not ready to change because there are only benefits, very little costs. So as you're seeking to understand, it's important that you take a step into his or her shoes. Why? Because empathy breeds trust. The result of trust is that you're going to be able to influence the right way. So it's vital that you step into your alcoholic loved one's shoes and see the world and see alcohol and see the benefits from his or her point of view, not from your point of view. It's important that you begin to understand and empathize all of these benefits that alcohol is providing for this person to wake up in the morning, to function throughout the day, or at the very least, something to look forward to at the end of a long day at work. It's like alcohol is talking to them all day long. If they're in the earlier stages of alcoholism, it's probably not that severe. They're probably just thinking about it, and that's their escape that they go to, and your loved one might be there where it's only benefits. Your loved one might be further along down the line where they think about alcohol day in, day out. They drink after hours. They might be able to control it a little bit. But put yourself in his or her shoes. So try to think about something in your life that you're not willing to give up right now. Something that you love, something that you find benefits of, but could potentially create a risk later down the road in your life. Say, for example, you were asked to give up coffee, or you were asked to give up sugar and desserts, or you were asked to give up caffeine or smoking, something along those lines in your life, and start to see and think about what your reaction would be if I came to you and said, you need to stop that. Well, you would probably dismiss me and discredit me and disregard everything I'm saying, even though I bring real facts to your attention. There's got to be trust there, and there's got to be an understanding there that I have your best interest at heart. And as you go through the process with your alcoholic in denial, I want you to start to see the world through his or her eyes. Then and only then will you begin to build trust and influence him or her into the next stage of recovery. So the third point that you want to make sure that you're doing is being honest with one another. This builds trust. And being honest means that you articulate what is okay with you and what is not okay with you. Be prepared when you do this for a poor reaction. Just because you're being honest does not mean that your alcoholic in denial is going to react the way that you want them to react. So if your alcoholic does respond in an unpleasant way, this is where the best advice I was ever given by my sponsor came in, which is to put on an emotional raincoat. Just allow his reaction to drip off, roll off your back, and don't internalize it. Don't react to it. All right, and finally, when you're building trust, it is crucial that you dance, don't wrestle. What does that mean? Well, it speaks for itself. Don't lock horns with your alcoholic in denial. You're not going to get anywhere. It's just going to create more resistance, more frustration, and more resentment. So how do you dance? Well, this is where you begin to collaborate rather than confront. Collaboration is stepping into your loved one's shoes, but also coming alongside and offering a vision of what could be if they changed their behaviors. What goals or dreams do they want to achieve? And then let them tell you. You may not agree with those reactions or those responses. That's okay. You don't need to shut it down. All you need to do is listen and validate. If your alcoholic loved one can feel that you genuinely care about his or her perspective, then that trust is going to build, and your ability to influence and show them out and guide them out is going to be extremely higher than if you are constantly locking horns and resisting one another. So if this video is helpful and you like it, you're going to want to do three things. First, subscribe to Brickhouse Recovery TV. Second, like this video. And third, please leave a comment behind. We put out premium content each week. I promise you drastic results as you go through this process. So don't forget to leave behind a comment, and hopefully we can get to it. And if you're new to Brickhouse Recovery TV, don't forget to pick up your copy of the 7-Day Road to Recovery Challenge. This is exclusive access where in 7 days you're going to see drastic changes to your life and your addicted loved one's life as you begin to help the right way.